Welcome back to the Rich Life Diaries podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 ways you can get sales to your business for free. So let's get into it. Welcome to Rich Life Diaries, the podcast where we talk real strategies for creating abundance, building a business you love, and designing a life that actually feels good. If you're done playing small and ready to create your dream life, you're in the right place. Okay, so the first way you can get free sales to your business is use social media. So there's lots of different things you can do on social media to attract sales or to drive traffic to your store to get sales. So the obvious one is to create viral reels. So you want to do a short, snappy video, ideally no more than 30 seconds because people have short attention spans these days. You want to get a really strong hook and call out your audience, and the video either needs to be educational or entertaining to sort of get people's attention. And you want to do hashtags and things like that. And you want to do these reels probably ideally every day. So just think about what it is that your audience wants to see from you and create reels around that, and make sure you're regularly posting. I think consistency is key with social media if you want anything to go viral. So that's one way to use social media to get free traffic to your store. Another way is by doing giveaways, and this is something that we talk a lot about in our training at Clickstart Digital. So you can run a giveaway. If you are an e-com store, you can basically give away one of your products for free, or maybe do a package of a range of your products depending on what it is that you're selling. And you basically want to do a post, and you can boost that post if you do want to put a little bit of money towards it, to get more exposure and offer something for free. And in return, you're wanting to get people's details from them. And then that's a good way to grow your database of customers that are interested in your product. So you basically give them instructions in the giveaway. You want them to follow your social media page. You want them to put their details in, and then they go in the draw to win. And then you basically collect all that data. It helps grow your database. It helps give you more followers on social media. And then you give the product away in 30 days and announce the winner on your social media accounts. So that's kind of the easiest way to get a lot of traction quickly, is to run giveaways. And they're not one-off. You can run regular giveaways if you want to, like do one every couple of months. It's definitely a great way to get, free followers and lots of engagement on your page, which also helps boost your exposure on social media and will help with your reels going viral and that kind of thing as well. And another way on social media to get sales is to find micro influencers to work with. So you can find influencers that are in your industry or in your sector, and basically offer them free products or a small amount of money, or find out what it is that they want in exchange for promoting posts for you on their social media accounts. So a micro influencer is someone with a smaller following. So it could be like someone that's got 10,000 followers. But if those 10,000 followers are highly engaged with that particular influencer, that's definitely worthwhile than going after someone that's got like 1 million followers, because that influencer that has 1 million followers is probably going to want a lot of money for a post. So go after micro influencers, see if you can offer them free products in return for promoting a post. Or you could also offer them like a small commission based off the product sales as well. So that's another way that you could get free sales in, is just approach a bunch of influencers and see if they want to do like a special deal where they're getting like 10% off any sales that you make. So that's number 1. Number 2 is search engine optimization, or otherwise known as SEO. Now, I have a lot to say about SEO, but the first thing I will say is do not spend money on search engine companies. Honestly, I've been in business for nearly 20 years. I have never had any success with an SEO company. All they've done is bled me dry of money and delivered 0 results. And I'm around business owners all the time, and I hear it all the time. I haven't heard of any business owner come to me and say, oh my God, I've had amazing results by paying an SEO company and now I'm on page 1 of Google. I've never heard that ever. And I literally was just talking to a client yesterday, and she even though we say in our training, do not use search engine companies, she did. And she went and spent thousands of dollars with some search engine optimization company and they gave her zero results. And she was, talking to me about how she's just spent all this money on this SEO company. I was like, oh no. So please do not waste your money on SEO companies. Do it yourself. So there's so many different ways you can set up your store or your website for becoming on page one of getting on page one of Google. So I've got plenty of clients that are on page one of Google for their main keywords based around their types of products that they sell. So if you're on WordPress, you can use a plugin called SEO by Yoast. If you set that plugin up properly, as I said, that client I just gave you an example of, she's on page one of Google. I've got other clients on page one of Google, and they've just used that plugin and just set everything up properly. And on their homepage, they've got, their keyword kind of all over their homepage as well. So those kinds of things will help. Doing blog posts and creating backlinks to internal pages on your site also helps with search engine optimization. And if you are on Shopify, the good news with search engine optimization is OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, has just partnered with Shopify about 3 weeks ago now, or 4 weeks ago. And this is really good news for Shopify stores, because what that means is now your Shopify store should come up when someone's searching on ChatGPT. So if someone's searching on AI asking for, hey, where do I find really nice glassware in Brisbane, it basically will show up stores that are on Shopify in the search results within ChatGPT, and it'll show images of the products. So AI search is kind of really going to take over probably Google search in years to come. It already is. Everyone's using AI to do searches. So that's a good news if you are on Shopify. I had a client recently, actually, she set up her Shopify store correctly. So she was saving the images as a product name. She was, using the product name keyword through the description. And then within 6 days, she had I think she made 12 sales of this product because she set everything up properly. It's wild. So you don't need to pay for an SEO company. You can do this yourself, do it properly, save the images as the keywords or the product name, the backlinks, articles, blog posting, all those things help. Just type it in ChatGPT if you want to get some advice on how to set up your store, depending on what it's built on how to set up, your store or your website best for search engine optimization, and it will give you a range of tips. So yeah, that's my advice on getting free traffic or free sales is make sure your site's set up for SEO. Number 3 is marketplaces. So this is more relevant if you sell a physical product, obviously. So if you're an e-commerce store and you're selling products online, look at other marketplaces to sell your products on. So marketplaces could be eBay, Facebook Marketplace, even Gumtree, even Amazon. You can sell your products on Amazon. So it depends on what type of product it is you're selling. Obviously, if you're on selling other people's brands, you probably won't be able to sell them on Amazon. But yeah, definitely look at marketplaces and list your products on those marketplaces to sell. I actually had a client as well. He sells pizza ovens, and he just did a LinkedIn post. And he made 3 or 4 sales of $3,000 ovens off there just from putting on a LinkedIn post. So just make sure that when you're doing the marketplaces, that if you are on selling people's brands, that you check with them to make sure that that's okay, that you can sell those products on the marketplace websites, because sometimes some brands are, have a strict no to selling on eBay or whatever. But marketplaces are a really good place just to get more exposure. At the end of the day, to get sales for your business, you just need more eyes on your product or service. That's all it is. So if you can expand that out to, people on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, that will definitely help you get more sales through the door. Number 4 is email and SMS marketing. Now, email and SMS marketing is one of the most underused tools in most businesses, and this blows my mind. I've spoken to businesses, not obviously my clients, but other businesses, they don't even do email marketing. It's just nuts. Email marketing, you'll literally get, for every email that you'll send, you'll get 30% sales if you're an e-com store. So a lot of my clients, when they send out an email, 30% of their sales, like when we look at the analytics, have come from an email blast. So if you've got a customer database and you're not keeping in touch with them, you are leaving money on the table. So if you're not doing email and SMS marketing, make sure you sort that out ASAP, because as I said, you're literally leaving money on the table. Now, if you're a brand new business and you don't have a database, or you're just getting started and you're trying to acquire customers, you can actually buy databases. There's plenty of online websites. If you just do a Google search or put it in ChatGPT, it'll show you there's lots of places and ways you can buy an existing database, which means you can just buy, a bunch of people's details that are interested in your particular, product or industry. So it is kind of easy, but the problem with buying a database is it's hard, because you've got to market to them. And a lot of these email marketing platforms like MailChimp or Aweber or whoever, they don't let you just upload a database. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. So there are some tricks and ways around that. You can look at companies like SendGrid, and Instantly is another one. So if you look at those two platforms, they basically allow you to send out emails to, raw databases, so to speak. And depending what industry you're in as well, check out Apollo.ai. It's probably not suitable for e-commerce, but it could be suitable for other business models, depending on what it is, if you're more service-based. So that's a really cool sort of online tool that puts you in touch with, it's like its own database, but it also does email marketing and stuff like that. So you can basically connect with people that are in your industry, your potential customers, basically through this platform. So there's lots of things out there like that allow you to sort of email market to people if they haven't been acquired through your website, if that makes sense. And number 5 is partnerships. Now, depending on the type of business you have, this might not be applicable to a lot of businesses, but for a lot of businesses, partnerships can work really well if you can find another company that is in your sector, but is somewhere where people might go before they buy your product. So recently, one of my clients, so she sells baby cameras. So she partnered with a big online baby store. I can't remember the name of it now because I don't have a baby, but anyway, it's one of the biggest baby stores online. And they sort of offer like a marketplace sort of system where they allow people just to plug in their products and sell them. So she basically went through there to plug in, to put in her baby cameras through this, baby marketplace sort of thing. So that's a good partnership. I've got another client of mine. She sells home decor. She sells beautiful products, very nice sort of small products for gift, things that make nice gifts and things like that. So she went and partnered with some real estate agents and offered like gift vouchers and gave them like a discount so that people could gift, to new home buyers a homewares voucher so they could buy new products for their new home. So she went and approached, a bunch of real estate agents in her area and got them to buy a heap of gift vouchers for Christmas gifts or for, congratulation gifts when they sell a new property or whatever. So just think outside the box, These are just a couple of examples, but as I said, it's going to come down to the type of products or the service that you have. But think about where people go before they come to you. Think about, aligned partnerships and ways to get your brand and business name out there by using other businesses that might already have 10 years or a big database, they've been around for a long time. So you can sort of piggyback off their success and get access to their customers without really having to do too much. So to recap on my 5 ways to get sales in for free to your business. So number 1 is search engine optimization. Number 2 is social media. Number 3 is marketplaces. Number 4 is email and SMS marketing. And number 5 is partnerships. So guys, that's the end of my episode for today. I hope you found this information useful. Make sure you subscribe to the Rich Life Diaries podcast, and I look forward to seeing you back here in a couple of weeks. See ya.